There's a chance that if you're watching this video, then you may either have what is called Twin-Flamitis, or you may know someone that has Twin-Flamitis. And in this video, I'm going to share with you what that is, what may be a greater thing that's actually happening, and how you can heal through it so that if you're meant to meet what you could call a twin flame or a soulmate, you remove the energetic debris, the belief system that is keeping you from actually meeting that person. So this video, I'm going to share with you exactly what that is and what you can do to align yourself to who you really are and what you want to attract as a reflection. Welcome back to another video. My name's Aaron and I help people expand their consciousness. Now in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you Twin-Flamitis. This is a common term in that of the spiritual community. The idea is that there is this twin flame connection that two souls have. In a way, the way it's kind of understood is that there's this soul being that is then split into two, and there's a feminine and a masculine side to this being, and then it goes out into reality, and then sometimes they find each other in reality, because we incarnate, we're eternal spiritual beings, live in temporary human experiences, and we have certain agreements that in certain important times on the planet, we may incarnate at the same time to do some really cool badass things together to change the consciousness of the planet, and it's just a benefit in general, or it's also just a divine reflection of the other half of your soul. This is the belief. And I want to share with you a little bit of my perspectives on this, and then also how we can more so align with the healthy definition and also the problems that come with Twin-Flamitis. Twin-Flamitis, by the way, in the dating community, there is something called one-itis. One-itis is when somebody is dating someone and then they just start to think this person is the one. This is the one person for me. There is nobody else out there. And immediately that puts the person that person's dating on a pedestal, and it creates resistance, and it actually repels that person from wanting to be in their life. That person can feel the needy energy. And most of the time, when I see people that are really into the idea of twin flames, it's in a very ungrounded way. It is in a way where it's this is the other half to my soul. If things don't happen the way that I expect them from my physical human experience to happen, then, oh my goodness, I may never find love or never have as deep of a connection of this. So in a way, people get one-itis while dating, and it is almost like a very unhealthy thing that butchers it. So I'm here to help you, because if you do believe you found your twin flame and you have Twin-Flamitis, it's going to be a block. And until you do what I share with you in this video, it will continue to block that person from coming into your life. But if you change the energy, and if you have and develop a healthy definition for this idea, and you really let go of this kind of esoteric concept that I think is very often misunderstood, you'll find that you feel healthier within yourself, but also you allow your reality to shift accordingly. So first off, I also want to talk about something called trauma bonding. Now, trauma bonding is a very common thing that happens with people that have found their twin flame. Now, I think it could be a little bit of both these concepts. This is what I believe. I believe from one perspective, we may have certain reflections in our life that could be what are called twin flame dynamics, twin flame connections. Maybe at a higher level of consciousness, there's more of a connection. So then maybe other souls, so that maybe then we feel that more in our life experience here. However, with that being said, the definition that we are one half of a soul and we find the other half of a soul in of itself is breeding a level of incompleteness. Now, what trauma bonding is trauma bonding is certain experiences from when we were a kid. What happens is there's certain energy dynamics that were at play between your mom, your dad, you, your brother, your family, your sister. And these energy dynamics as a kid that were there, what we tend to do in our reality is we attract people into our life that reflect back a similar energy dynamic from when we are and were a kid. So many of the times, the people that we have chemistry with are people that trigger and give us an unconscious feeling of our past dynamics. of when we were kids. So we tend to find people that have similar trauma bonding. That trauma bonding connects a very deep connection where you feel like you've been in love and you've known each other for many, many lifetimes. Now, with that connection and with that trauma bonding, what the intention is at a subconscious level is you literally attract people into your life that will help you heal and become whole, because we're all searching wholeness. And if we replay the same energy dynamics when we're a kid, then we believe deep down that we can heal. We can change those energy dynamics and start to feel whole and complete. So we tend to attract people regardless based on chemistry. I've had women I've dated before where I said, oh, there's not that much chemistry here. And as I look back, I can see that really what that meant was this isn't really doing it for my trauma bonding, for the trauma that I've experienced when I was a kid. It doesn't really grind those gears and get me going. So really, most of us are attracted to people that have similar trauma bonds from when they were kids, because we're trying to heal and play that out, and we'll feel this very deep connection. Now, I think it could be a little bit of both of these things. Your twin flame could be a spiritual idea. It could be a spiritual idea where we have a closer connection to the soul in this life with the experience of intense amount of growth and purpose. On the other side of that, I believe that maybe one of the ways we said this twin flame is going to connect me in my life is we're going to have a similar childhood trauma that then glues us together so that we can learn. So what happens is it could be a little bit of both. Before we come here, we could agree, oh, I'm going to have this. I've literally had ex-girlfriends before where our dads had the same birth date. That's happened. I've had it to where we either, if there's like a mother wound on one side, the other one has a father wound, and it just beautifully plays into each other, but it's all there for growth. It's a beautiful thing. Now, trauma bonding sometimes gets, just run if you feel this kind of connection. Well, yeah, run from your healing. Run from your healing. That's kind of what it could be, that the answer is to be more selective, but it could also be that the answer is to go into that healing. Now, you can heal while you're single or in a relationship, either way. But in general, twin-flamitis, the danger of it is that then what happens is people put others on a pedestal, and then it has to work out. And what this immediately does, it creates scarcity. It creates scarcity, and it normally creates this unhealthy, anxious, avoidant chase, the twin flame chase. They chase each other, and then one stops chasing, the other chases the other. And it's this back and forth unhealthy game. Well, in actuality, what I think with a lot of times with twin-flamitis or one-itis in general, the key is to put the attention back on the self. What is this relationship reflecting back to me? What a lot of times happens in the anxious and avoidant, these are different attachment styles that normally attract each other. It's very common. One person is more anxiously leaning in for love and trying to chase the other person, and the avoidant is afraid of love and afraid of intimacy, so it puts up a wall and it says, nope, I'm safe where I'm at. So what happens is there's this pull and push type energy dynamic, and the key to this, many times, especially for the anxious, is to put the attention back to the self. What is this neediness reflecting back to me? Because most of the time, people that are anxious have abandoned themselves at the expense of trying to gain the love of other. It's because this person has went through some type of trauma growing up, of an emotional unavailable experience with one of their parents or both of their parents, and then they feel like they had to abandon themselves to be loved, and now they're like, oh, is this what you like? Okay, I'll be this way. Oh, they'll bend over backwards for the person they're dating or their twin flame. And what happens is they're not filling up their own cup. They've abandoned themselves. The key is to stop abandoning yourself. Put the awareness back inside of your body. Go into your own healing. The person that's the avoidant isn't trusting themselves, isn't trusting reality. And they need to, once again, honor themselves. Maybe they want more space at certain times. But at the same time, they go into a little shell and cocoon. They'll just stay there because they don't want to necessarily do the work. They don't want to go into the uncomfortable sensations of opening up, because when they did in the past, someone broke trust with them, you see? So the trauma bonding and what we're talking about with twin-flamitis is putting people on a pedestal and making people better than you, and also thinking that this person is the other half of your soul. Here's the news I have for you. Everyone in your reality is a reflection. The more in alignment you get with yourself, the more you are going to attract a deep reflection of that in reality. Now, many times in the twin flame dynamic, I think it is healthy, and it happens a lot. Well, twin flames will come together. Maybe they have a story of the twin flame thing, and that can be unhealthy of itself, but many times they will then break apart to go do their own thing. That's not a bad thing. They're breaking apart to go do their own thing because they both need to heal in their own ways. Maybe it comes back, maybe it doesn't, but just know you will always get a direct reflection of your own energy. And if it's meant to be, maybe it does. And if it's not meant to be, then maybe there's someone that's an even deeper reflection of the inner self-worth growth you have done. So you just have to trust that. But the idea and the story of the twin flame is a belief system that many people buy into that is very unhealthy. When people ask Bashar, somebody that I watch quite often, about this concept, you want to know what he says? Everyone is a soulmate or a twin flame. You could literally see everybody as that because everybody's a reflection. But when you put one person on a pedestal, you energetically, vibrationally butcher it up. And one of the best things that I can recommend you do is you take people off a pedestal and you start to feel that inner self-love for yourself. Realize that the more you heal and you bring the attention, you stop abandoning yourself and you start trusting yourself, the more you're doing the inner work and really let go of the outcome. Let go of trying to control. One-itis is a scarcity type energy, and twin-flame-itis is a scarcity type energy. And when you put someone on a pedestal and you create that resistance, you're literally then blocking them. They literally can't come into your experience vibrationally because you're not smoothing it out for them. And you don't need to smooth it out for them. You got to smooth it out for yourself. You got to love yourself and focus on your own self-love, your own worthiness. Knowing that you are a complete soul. You don't need the other half to your soul because you are the other half to your soul. The story in of itself will keep you in scarcity and will keep you blocking the love from coming inside of your life. So the best advice I can give is to feel the self-love and to let go of the story, to let go of it. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not true. Maybe it's this real thing. Maybe there's like 80 different types of twin flames, but we only have the human language of the one twin flame. So we don't know about that. And we're just human anyways, trying to figure all this whole experience out. But in general, it is a belief system that I find to be very unhealthy. However, it could be healthier if people saw themselves as their own twin flame and then opened themselves up, was vulnerable, stopped abandoning themselves, doing the inner work. And as you did that, you started to feel the self-love. You attract a direct reflection of how you feel about yourself. So the more you love yourself, and the more you let go of those limiting beliefs and the belief you're unworthy, the more you'll allow that in. You attract what you believe you deserve. One of the most powerful meditation on my channel has over 4 million views. Hundreds, if not thousands of people have commented in this video that they have attracted love by committing to this meditation for 21 days. It's completely free. It's the most powerful meditation for attracting a relationship. That's the name of the title. Click the link below. Listen to this meditation for 21 days. If you're in, comment, I'm in below, and let's commit to 21 days of self-love, and let's watch how our life begins to change. I'll also end card screen it here. Other than that, subscribe if you haven't below. If you want more videos on this twin-flame-itis, soulmate-itis, stuff like that, let me know. I will make videos on that and allow you to smooth it out. Other than that, as always, peace, much love, and namaste.